Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about auxiliary labels. Okay, since the auxiliary labels are also known as their advisory labels, or in another way they are your cautionary labels because they are cautioning the patient in a way. So this is the last topic in your patient counseling unit. Once we finish this topic, then we'll be done with this unit, and the tomorrow's class will start with another unit. So what are auxiliary labels? Coming to the definition, auxiliary labels are those which are added to a dispensed medication package by a pharmacist in addition to the usual prescription label. So whenever we visit a pharmacy, it is obvious that we provide a prescription label, and in response to that prescription, the pharmacist he'll dispense the medicine. So apart with this prescription label, he is adding one more label to our medication package. The medicine which he is dispensing, he is supplementing it with one more label which is known as an auxiliary label or your advisory label. So auxiliary labels are those which are added to a dispensed medication package by a pharmacist in addition to the usual prescription label. So what is the purpose, why they are adding, and what he meant to indicate by adding this? So these labels, they are mainly intended to provide a supplementary information regarding safe administration, usage and storage of medication. So this information has been provided you right from when you give the prescription to the pharmacist. He will give you this information even while the patient counseling, and even this information will be written in a patient information leaflet. But in addition to all these auxiliary labels, they are also intended to give you some other extra information regarding how to administer it safely, how to use it, and how to store that medicine in a proper place. Okay, so auxiliary label information, it is an extra, I'm telling you, it is an advisory, or in a way it is cautioning you if the medicine is dangerous. So this auxiliary label information, it can enhance the verbal counseling of the patient by a pharmacist. Auxiliary label information, it can understand or it can enhance the verbal understanding of the patient by a pharmacist. Okay, verbal communication, non-verbal communication skills, we have seen they are very important in patient counseling also. So this auxiliary label information, it is enhancing the verbal counseling of the patient. Okay, they are generally small stickers and they consist of pictogram and few lines which are intended to enhance the patient's knowledge. So these auxiliary labels are nothing but a small stickers, like pictogram. They may be a pictogram and they may contain one to few lines. They may contain one to few lines which are intended to enhance the patient's knowledge. Effectiveness of such labels, it will depend on the number of labels, design of the label, and their position on the medication package. So effectiveness of such auxiliary labels, it will depend on how many labels you are using, number of labels, design of the labels, and their position on the medication package. That is, whether you are placing that sticker on the top, on the middle, at the bottom of the medication package. So the position of the medication package is also very important, apart from how many number of labels you keep, because if there are more number of labels, it may interfere with the understanding of the patient. So the number of labels should also be limited, and the design should be, as we have discussed, the design and layout of the patient information leaflet, the design should be the design should be proper to enhance the patient's acceptability, right? So these labels, they are intended to reinforce essential information. So they are intended to reinforce means to guide the patient regarding the essential information which the patient should know. So they will provide you with the additional information which the patient needs to know. This is with your auxiliary labels introduction. We will see few examples and what kind of information these auxiliary labels provide. So let us see one example. Okay, the examples of auxiliary labels in case of neuromuscular blocker. You know, neuromuscular blocker is what? Whenever you give a neuromuscular blocking agent, it will block the depolarization. You know, normal there is depolarization, then the nerve impulse transmission, that will happen every second, every millisecond. So when you are giving a neuromuscular blocker, it will block the depolarization of nerves at that particular region. Okay, so when you are giving neuromuscular blockers, the warning information, it should be like this: neuromuscular blockers, and this warning label, it will be given in red. Warning label: paralyzing agent. Okay, so this neuromuscular blocker, it will paralyze that particular area. So it is a paralyzing agent and it will cause respiratory depression. So patient must be ventilated in case of severe dose, or if the patient has taken twice. So the warning label, it should be that it's a paralyzing agent, it can cause respiratory depression. So whenever you feel any symptoms, the patient must be ventilated immediately. Okay, so this is the auxiliary label for in case of a neuromuscular blocker. Then auxiliary label for route of administration. So suppose you are giving various dosage forms by various routes of administration. So some drops, they may be for eyes, some drops they may be for nose, and some ointment and some creams and some dosage forms, they may be for your external or topical use only. So whenever you are giving some information, you should clearly mention whether it is for external use, whether it is for the eyes, or whether it is for the nose. Okay, so auxiliary label for your route of administration, it will be in this way: routes of administration for external use only, for the eyes and for the nose. So this is an auxiliary label for route of administration, and this is auxiliary label for neuromuscular blockers. So this topic is not present in the textbook, so please make the notes from the video itself, and this much information will be enough for the examination. Till now they haven't asked any question, but you can expect this question for 2 marks. In 1 or 2 papers he had asked what are advisory or auxiliary labels. So in that you can write the definition and the introduction to the auxiliary labels, which supplemented with a few examples. So this label is providing you information that the medicine is dangerous and what precautions you need to take. So in a way, auxiliary label are known as cautionary label. They are providing you with such information. Similarly, auxiliary label, they may contain information about. Apart from these, they may provide you information about various things. So what are those? We'll see now. Okay, so the number first is your administration instructions. They will provide you information about administration instructions. Then it may be a warning information, it may be a dietary instruction, it may be a cautionary information. Okay, it may be a refill information or instruction, it can be a dosing information, and it can be a storage instruction. Okay, so for example, if the administration instructions, it will be written: do not crush, administrate, do not crush and shake well before use. This will be your administration instructions. Warning information: why do not crush means you should not crush the tablet, you should swallow it whole. That is why he is giving you do not crush and swallow the whole tablet. And if it is a suspension, it is shake well before use. We have already discussed in pharmaceutics first year, right? Suspensions are your biphasic dosage forms, biphasic heterogeneous liquid dosage forms, in which dispersed phase is a solid droplets, right? Minute solid droplets, they are dispersed in a liquid medium. So whenever you take a dose, it should be shaken properly in order to ensure your uniformity of dosage, right? Next, this was administration instructions. Next, you have warning information. If you want to warn the patient about something regarding the medication, then that information becomes your warning information. So what are the common warning information which are mentioned on the auxiliary labels on the medication package? It may be: keep out of reach of children, may cause drowsing. Keep out of reach of children means it is very dangerous if the children by mistake takes it. Children, if the bottle comes in the hand of children, they may take it. So you should keep it out of reach of children. And may cause drowsing. Few medicines, they will cause a CNS depression. So due to CNS depression, your body feels sleepy. So in that cases, you should not drive, because that increases the chance of accident. So for example, in case of whenever you take some antihistamines, you take some cetirizines, you take some antibiotics, they cause you to make drowsy. They feel you drowsy. So in such a case, you should not drive, because it may impair your driving effect. So that's cautionary information, this warning information. It may be helpful for the patient. Next, dietary instruction. So whenever you are giving dietary instruction means with what you should administer the tablet and with what you should avoid taking the tablet. For example, if the medication is intended to take with food, for example, if we take the iron capsules or iron tablets after food, it increases the absorption of iron. So that is take with food. Then that will be one dietary instruction. The other dietary instructions will be, do not take it with any juice. Do not take with juice. So if the medication is not intended to be taken with juice, you have mentioned the information as do not take with juice. Then dietary instruction we have done. Administration instructions, warning information, dietary instruction. Next is your cautionary information. So what is the cautionary information here? Anti-neoplastic material, handle with care. Anti-neoplastic means cancer. So which is used in treatment of cancer. So it is an anti-neoplastic material. You have to handle it with care. Right, that is your cautionary information. Next, refill information or instructions. So if you want to give any refill information or instructions, that when you have to refill after 30 days. So this we have discussed in patient counseling also. Whenever the medicine needs to be refilled, here you will mention it. So here this prescription cannot be refilled. Sometimes the medicines, they are meant to be taken for that course of time only. So in that case you can give a refill information that this prescription cannot be refilled. Okay, this prescription cannot be refilled. That is a refill information or refill instruction. The next, dosing information. Dosing information is finish all this medication unless otherwise directed. So that means whatever medicines has been dispensed to you, you are supposed to finish all that medication unless the otherwise directed means unless the physician tells you, unless the physician stops you from taking that medication, you have to finish all that medication which has been dispensed by the pharmacist. That is your dosing information. Next you have storage instruction. So storage instructions, where you have to keep that, store that dosage form. For example, keep in refrigerator, do not freeze. Right, keep in refrigerator, do not freeze. All of this will be a storage instructions. So this will help the patient to store the medicine at a proper place which will maintain the stability of the medication. So these auxiliary labels, they contain so much information, right? What we have discussed, they may contain information about administration instructions, warning information, dietary instruction, cautionary information, refill information, dosing information, storage instruction. So we have seen examples also how they are guiding the patient in case of any danger. It may cause respiratory depression, so immediately the patient should be put on ventilator. The routes of administration. Okay, for example, how to administer tablet dosage form, suspension dosage form, with which food to take. Okay, how to avoid that, how to keep it away from children. So all this information has been provided with your auxiliary label. So they are added to a dispensed medication package by a pharmacist in addition to your usual prescription label. So please prepare the notes from the video, and if you have any doubts, let me know. Thank you.